Welcome back, everybody, to the Web3 Weekly Podcast, the most relatable and reliable NFT, crypto, and blockchain technology podcast in the nation. In today's episode, I am blessed to be joined with CWH from the KUCraft and NFT Lands Metaverse Project. KUCraft is an innovative metaverse project built on top of custom-coded Minecraft server. It utilizes NFTs for verification of land ownership and the blockchain economy for play-to-earn games as well. So, just to kind of get into it, I want to introduce my guest onto the podcast. What's up, man? Welcome to Web3 Weekly. How's it going?
It's going great. Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure to be here, and I'm excited to talk about my projects and KUCraft in particular. So let's have it.
Yeah, no problem. So kind of before we hop into everything with your project, do you mind to give the audience a brief introduction of kind of who you are so they are able to understand you better?
Yeah, so I'm CWH. I'm 3D artist, and I develop KUCraft project, which shows the utility for our NFT collections in particular. I have quite a few NFT collections. They are minted on singular.app, which is a remark marketplace, where people can mint composable NFTs, a kind of NFT that can equip another NFT on top of it. Like, for instance, you can make a character that has an inventory of NFTs that can use as like an equipment of that character, like, for instance, as a hat. An NFT of a hat on NFT of a character. So that's what we are doing. Yeah. So and the KUCraft serves as a utility for our latest collections, which are named Astropilots and NFT Lands, which also has a collection on OpenSea as well. So there's two collections of NFT lands with different land parcels on both marketplaces.
Awesome.
So also, since I have quite a few collections, budget spaceships, rare spaceships, and 3D Apple, all holders of these collections will also get a free whitelist ticket to the KUCraft server, so they can sell it or use it for play-to-earn experience.
Oh wow! Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on that you're kind of building inside the space.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, but obviously, since you're building so much stuff inside the space, and what do you do kind of outside of NFTs and crypto and developing? Like, what do you do for fun?
Oh, for fun? Well, obviously, I enjoy playing video games because we're always set target to make a GameFi kind of project for our NFT collections. Of course, the budget wasn't always great. Initially, we wanted to make our own game, and we have two playable prototypes on website cwhouse. And I really love games, and also like I enjoy riding my e-bike.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it, I think.
Yeah. Also, I think
I just spent a lot of time on the internet.
Yeah. I think kind of people can relate with that, where, they do spend a lot of time on the internet, but it's really important to have a hobby everyone enjoys doing. Like, I would say my hobby is kind of like working out, hanging out with friends, playing some basketball, because it's good to get outside, because honestly, you kind of build your brand by being on Twitter, being on the internet, and developing on a computer. But you have to realize, like, your health is important, and it's really
definitely
it's important, because without your health, there's really, if you're kind of inside all day just programming, developing, working on stuff, like, you don't feel that good. Like, it's good to get outside. The sun's good for you.
Man.
It's just
gotta
it's
get
important.
That vitamin D.
Yeah, exactly. But let's just hop right into the crypto topics with that kind of out of the way. A little basic introduction of who you are and what you do. It gets me really excited to learn more about you. And to start, let's kind of start at the beginning. How did you first get started with crypto, and what was your first kind of experience with crypto?
Oh man. Well, uh, I used to hear about crypto all the time. Quite a while ago, as a person that spends a lot of time on the internet, obviously. But it took me some time to get into the crypto myself. Initially, I started trading on very old platforms that doesn't even exist at this time. So I traded a bit of crypto, a bit of shitcoins, usual experience. And then actually I worked as a freelancer most of the time on freelance projects. And just so happens that I started working in crypto industry. So I had quite a lot of jobs in crypto space, various projects. Most of them were exchanges. So I worked as business development manager for OKEx.com, which is a large Chinese exchange. So and eventually I got bored of working in crypto projects because at some points I don't agree with managers that just want to make profits and don't care about developing or building, so called. And I decided to make something of my own. And so I started improving my Blender 3D skills, and eventually I launched an NFT collection on Singular. It was very popular at the time, so I had several collections, and it was a great experience. And we still have a strong community of NFT holders, which will all hopefully shift to KUCraft and will enjoy the play to earn benefits and benefits of holding their NFTs.
Yeah, that's really cool, especially with my kind of background. And I like to say I grew up on playing Minecraft. Your project
Yeah,
is
same,
something that's
same.
really cool, and I really appreciate someone kind of building in Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft's not going away anytime soon. I think Minecraft's one of those games where it will just be with kind of its own community, and it will always have a place in kind of this just kind of life
Yeah,
in
yeah.
video gamers as well, just because it's so different and unique. But let's just kind of get started with QCraft. You mentioned it. You kind of hinted at it a little bit. So, what is, or kind of for a basic understanding of someone that has no idea, like pretty much what is QCraft?
Well, KUCraft is kind of a metaverse server, uh, which has unique features. First of all, it's designed to be play to earn server, so it has an integrated blockchain economy. So each player that logs into our server gets a blockchain wallet, EVM wallet, generated for him. It's a full-fledged wallet. You can export keys, send transactions, everything you can do with MetaMask. Well, except for adding the tokens because our server manages that. But yeah, so players can enjoy earning some tokens by grinding elite new mobs, doing quests, and just holding land. And then they can withdraw it to their wallet. So basically, that's the idea. But it's more than that because actually, I used to have a server network of Minecraft servers. They were very popular in my country. And all of these servers were actually RPG servers, RPG framed servers, with
Hmm.
custom items, with quests, NPCs, pets, skills, custom leveling, clans, even chains of quests specifically for your class of hero that you're playing. Like, for instance, mage quests. All of that had a
Yeah,
GUI
I remember
interface.
playing games like that when I was kind of growing up. On my mom's computer, I'd play some role playing games on Minecraft as well as like factions and stuff, and that's awesome.
Yeah, factions is great, but it's a lot of text. Honestly, it
Hmm.
doesn't
Yeah,
has a lot of interface. Like, we want to have the easiest experience possible, so we will utilize GUI interface as much as we can, so players can easily get into it. They don't have to learn a lot of things.
yeah, that's cool. Like especially with something you're building, if you're building any type of application, you want it to be as simple as possible to use because
Exactly.
that's when more and more people will actually use it because it's easy. But how would you say, like obviously you mentioned how you've done everything with servers, and you have a massive background in kind of building Minecraft servers and everything. How do you think that building and kind of that programming has helped you now with what you're working on and like the metaverse and NFTs? Like, how do you think that development has tied into kind of what you do now?
Well, it made me who I am now because initially I started doing that well before I first job. I think I was like 70 years old, and it was my first income. And actually, it was a really decent income even by today's standards. And it teach me how to do community management, project management, development, all this kind of stuff, not relying on anyone else, just using tools that I can find myself. Like, of course, we're using third-party code, which is distributed by MIT license or CC0. And yeah, it really built me who I am now. I'm very grateful for this game. I'm really grateful for Notch. And thankfully, Microsoft didn't mess it up too much.
Yeah. I mean, there's also, we can kind of get into a whole Minecraft conversation with whether we like the new updates and everything, and whether Mojang should have still been able to kind of do it fully, or if Microsoft should have ever bought it out. But that's a conversation for another day. But let's kind of hop into the metaverse aspect and what the NFTs can offer. So obviously you are a kind of NFT. The NFT lands is an NFT collection as well as KUCraft, and that's how it kind of ties in with the NFT aspect. How are you incorporating NFTs into these Minecraft servers?
So, of course, we have a land ownership system where people can buy chunks of land, which also come as a bonus to Astropilot collection. If you buy a capsule, you get a piece of land for free. Of course, it applies to some tiers. So yeah, land ownership with weekly rewards. Like it works a bit like staking, but to get the reward, you will have to log into the game and claim your weekly reward. So it will engage players to actually be active in the game. We're also planning to make some smaller daily rewards that people will have to like grind, like do some tasks in the game, to raise the activity and increase their weekly bonus. So that's the plan. And also
that's how you kind of keep sorry to cut you off, but that's how you kind of keep user retention too, is by having those daily tasks and people want to come on and do
like
their task
mobile games, which you have to each day do some task to then fulfill your bonus. Just this sort of stuff, but with tokens, and I think people will love it. Because who doesn't like to play Minecraft and earn some money? Like
exactly. I'm definitely interested.
Yeah. So we're planning to make a revenue share model where we will sell premium items, which will probably also be NFTs, equipable by Astropilot characters, by the way, on Singular. And these items will be usable in Minecraft. They will have some unique mechanics. Like, for instance, we have like 400 custom spells. Like, we have a custom spell system, and each item will have some specific spell with some specific level of power. And people absolutely love like artifacts, OP items, and this will be our main drive. Like, this will fill the pockets for play-to-earn players. It will be distributed in form of rewards. So depending on how much budget we have, we will set the course of exchange of game money to tokens. So everyone who plays, who gets some game money, will be able to exchange it based on the certain rate. Of course, initially it will be a small rate, but as we grow, we will increase it.
Yeah, that's super cool. I like that you're tying in, especially with the game aspect. I think that's really important for kind of the future of metaverse and stuff like that. Just
yes,
you have to give people a reason to try it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People must feel rewarded for what they did, like their work. Like they granted some tokens and they got a reward.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah, I completely agree. And what would you say is your favorite part of kind of the game aspect of it? Like, what's the thing you like to do the most inside the
Well, most of
Minecraft
all,
server?
I just enjoy the vibes. I just
Mm-hmm.
set custom shaders on my client, and I just like to explore the generative lands. I really love building because we built the city, the spawn city from scratch, and a lot of the other stuff too. Also, I like the idea of having my 3D models exported in form of voxels into the Minecraft world. So we have like a few 3D models represented in the KUCraft world. And of course, I like engineering aspect of the game. I like to build the complex systems, like, for instance, the economy system, how much everything will cost, how much coins will players get from the elite mobs and the quests, all this kind of stuff. I just love to see it working well with a lot of unique game mechanics. I like to make something different, something that
Yeah.
haven't been done by others.
Yeah, that's super cool. I like your kind of drive to be original and stuff. That's really cool. But to kind of learn more about the NFTs that are associated with what you do, can you talk more about NFT lands and kind of the basics of them?
Yeah, so we have the NFT lands collection both on Singular and OpenSea, and these lands come with the real estate on the server. So, for instance, if person buys an NFT of land on certain coordinates, which are always specified on the NFT itself, the coordinates, the size, he gets this exact land just for him. Nobody else can edit it in any way. So he can like build something on top of that. And then eventually he can sell it like, for instance, flipping houses, like you bought a land, you build something on it, and theoretically it can raise in value, of course, value being what people perceive and how market forms.
Yeah.
So it's not just land. You also get the royal title, so-called. We have a few royal titles, which are leveling based on how much land do you own. So it can be a few smaller land parcels or one big land parcel. And so based on this rank, you get unique perks in the game. You get increased permissions level of certain commands. For instance, you get access to premium shop, and you get better weekly rewards the more land you own. The higher is your weekly reward. Yeah. And so eventually we also plan to update the land that you own in form of additional NFT assets. Like you can do this on Singular Market. You can like update the NFT. So it will also display what you built on your land, so people
Yeah.
can browse and see.
That's super cool. Like say someone in the audience wanted to purchase a NFT land. How would they? Can you kind of go through a step-by-step process of how that would happen?
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, you just browse the market and check the NFTs, and you see the kind of land that you like. Then you purchase it, and then to have it authorized on the server itself, you have to follow a simple procedure of having contacting me, Clown World House on Twitter, from the account associated with your wallet, where this NFT actually is located. Like your wallet has to have identity set, and you just tell me your Minecraft username. That's all. Basically, you get the whitelist and you get the land like to your account.
That's super cool. I like the personal aspect of having to get your land and everything and kind of
Yeah, we have to
submitting. It's
know
really cool.
who is playing on our server, and we
Yeah.
keep track of it, and also to distribute reward and to keep everyone updated on news. So yeah, it's actually very simple. Also, if you are not sure how much of land actually you're getting, you can check the server map, which is always linked in the NFT description. You can check how much, like proportionally, land you're getting to the older world, because we only have one world, one game world, and land is only sold on this world exactly. We also have some event worlds, but it doesn't have any property. So our real estate is on the main world. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, that's super cool. I like that.
Yeah. Also, I have the collection called Astropilots, which is
Yeah, do you care to talk more about that and kind of let the audience
yeah,
know all
sure.
about that?
I love it. It's more of an artsy collection because on Singular Marketplace, you can, as I told, you can make composable NFTs, and this exact collection will be that exact thing. We're distributing it in form of cryogenic capsules where the astropilots are cryogenically frozen, and then we will reveal it. It will have an equipable base, and based on the tier of the capsule, people will also get equipable drops. So these equipable drops will also have utility in the game, in the KUCraft world.
Oh, cool. I like that. But let's talk about kind of the future for KUCraft and kind of what you're excited about. What are you most excited about for the future of kind of your project?
Well, of course, I am mostly excited about building the community, because having a strong community on the Minecraft server is just great, because you see people constantly doing something. Some people, like for instance, some of my new players started building houses on the spawn city where they own land, and it's just enjoyable, like seeing it grow, seeing it develop into something, and most of all seeing people make friends on your server, because personally I made a lot of friends in Minecraft, which are still to this day I talk with, and yeah, it's really great.
Yeah.
It's just a great community building tool, because
Yeah,
you
that's
keep your
super cool.
community engaged all the time.
Yeah, especially with kind of this podcast as well. That's another reason why I do the podcast, is just with the community aspect, building the community of people that like learning about new collections and kind of just like learning about crypto. So yeah, I see eye to you with that, or with you on that. And I'm really excited for the future of KUCraft, and definitely checked it out. And I think it's really cool what you're building, and also like just like the Minecraft aspect and everything. But
Yeah,
I will ask, like, especially with the future, you kind of have to understand what's currently going on in the market, and how is the bear market affecting your project?
we well know what is going on with the market. Actually, we used to make a lot of, not a lot of money, but decent amount of money on the NFT sales of previous collection, which had no utility. They actually have no utility in the description, but still we want to bring utility to them on the KUCraft world as well.
Yeah.
But it's different times now, of course, with all the things that going on in the world, with market being very unstable. Of course, we have less sales, but still we are not discouraged. We want to keep building, and I think eventually market will pick up sooner or later, because it can't go down all the time. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you kind of look at the bear markets of 2017, you see it lasts for a while.
Oh,
and
I
it shoots
remember
back
this
up,
one
so,
well,
yeah.
because I was working in crypto industry at that time, and yeah, I got affected by it as well, because I held a lot of crypto, and this crypto turned into nothing. At least if you hold an NFT, you still have a JPEG, as they say.
Yeah. But how long have you been working in crypto?
I think since 2016.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's quite long time in crypto world. It's mostly manager positions, so nothing too fancy. But yeah, it was great experience. I learned a lot from it, a lot.
Yeah, that's good to know. Especially talking to, it's good to know that I'm talking to someone who has a lot of experience and kind of knows what's been going on in the past markets. But if you would like to kind of let the audience know where they can find your social medias, where they can follow you, how they can kind of check out your project, feel free to let them know.
Yeah, sure. You're most welcome to check Clown World House on Twitter. Just type by in one word Clown World House, and you will see CWH KUCraft. It's my account where I post all the updates about our projects, and so I'd love you to follow this. And also check out the Linktree link in the bio of my Twitter account, where you can find all the links, um, like to our NFT collections, to server map, how to start playing, KUCraft Wiki, all this good stuff. And also, of course, I love people to join our Discord server and have live discussions and learn about updates firsthand.
Yeah, awesome. And if anyone in the audience today is looking to follow Clown World House, I will have his links in the show notes for easy
Thanks.
access. So yeah, I like to kind of help the community any way I can, and something simple like that allows them to check out your stuff. But I do have one more question for you, and I ask it to every podcast guest I have, and that is, if you could have one superpower, what would it be, and why would you want it?
Geesh, man. Well, maybe I'd love to have superpower that allows me not having to sleep, each day, so I will have the full 24 hours per day to work on my projects. So yeah, probably that. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. I think a lot of people in the audience can probably resonate with
Yeah.
never wanting, if they never have to sleep, they can just constantly get stuff done. And especially in the podcasting world, if I didn't have to sleep, I could do so much
Yeah,
editing. I could
man.
crank out so many episodes. But
For sure.
yeah, yeah. I really want to thank you again for coming on the podcast today. I really enjoy your project. I've been looking at your stuff for a while, and I will definitely see you around. But also, I want to thank the audience for tuning in today. Hopefully, you all enjoyed today's interview. Hopefully, you all learned something, and you all are the whole reason why we are here today, just to kind of inform the audience about what's going on. So, if you all do want to continue to support the podcast, feel free to follow the Web3 Weekly Podcast on our social medias. It is at Web3 Weekly Pod. That is on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So feel free to follow us on there. Maybe share some of our content. Maybe like some of our content. That'd be much appreciated. Also, leave 5 stars on whatever platform you are listening to this today. That would be much appreciated. And also, feel free to share this podcast with some of your friends. And maybe you have some good Minecraft memories and you want to share this with some of your friends that you used to play Minecraft with. And you're like, hey, guess what's going on in Minecraft right now? Guess who's building? There's still stuff going on. It's really, really cool. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. And before I head out here today, do you want to say anything?
Well, thank you for having me and thank you for listening to our podcast. It was a great pleasure for me, and I hope you will have a nice day. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like I've been saying this for the past few days, but stay bullish, my friends. See you guys.